Bwana Mwachiro, question is on
yes,
FIFA kitty. The FIFA kitty that ought to actually be benefiting, like right now, the sub-counties. Sorry, not the count. The 47 counties ought to be benefiting from the FIFA kitty. I don't know what criteria you're going to use, because I know there's that kitty. Will you ensure that it trickles down to the counties?
All right, let us hear from Reverend Mwachiro.
Yeah, I have two quick questions. One, what will be your indicators of success? Yeah, because definitely as you do something, you have some aspirations. And then secondly, how would you form your foundation of starting the concept of inclusivity? Maybe I may just give a hint, forming maybe forums nationally to bring stakeholders and come up with a consulted document which will give you a roadmap of exactly whatever has been happening in the grassroots as you bring your ideas on board. And
then the other one, the other one is definitely you have a team that will be working with. Because I know from the previous president, a president can be a very good person who really wants to bring change to our football. But the team that he is with, they're the ones who normally let our presidents down. I don't know how you're going to handle that.
All right, there we go.
Thank you, Coach Ben Tole, and thank you, Reverend. Kwanza wacha nimjibu coach wetu. Resources. I'm saying the current game, the current structure for resources are not reaching mashinani. Rasilimali hazifiki mashinani. Mimi nasema rasilimali ambazo zitaingia katika shirikisho la mpira mimi nikiwa rais, 30% of the resources will be for the grassroots. Will be for soccer mashinani. I am saying the branches, the sub-branches will be recipients of 30% of resources that will come into FKF under my leadership. Okay? And you're talking about a team for the team and the presidency. Yeah. Football needs people of like mind. Football needs people like you who are committed. Correct. Yeah? Mujitole, so that we can work together. I cannot do it alone, but I can do it with people of like minds. People who want to develop football in our country. People who want to develop football in the 47 counties, 290 sub-counties, 1,450 wards. Tutaanza kujenga mpira wetu kutoka wodi kabisa hadi kwenda juu. Okay? My indicators of success, for me, once football mashinani, once we start seeing the numbers increasing, people coming back to football, we have to see leagues playing. And let me tell you, it is very saddening to hear that Tana River and Lamu are not even included in the electoral process because there's no. It is said there is no football in places like that. Even in Samburu County, it is not true. There is football being played, but there are challenges, and we must see how we can sit down with the people in those counties and other places and see how we can overcome the challenges to see how we can get football going. All right? For me, once I am in office and within the first 100 days, because I believe in inclusivity, we are going to sit down and have a stakeholders forum, so that I can share my vision for football and so that I can get the feedback from you, the stakeholders of football, right from the grassroots, right from mashinani, so that we have a strategic plan for football in this country, one that will be long-term. Countries like Nigeria, Ghana, Morocco, Egypt, Senegal, Cote d'Ivoire, do not just have success by chance. It is because of strategic planning. You can see they are winning at under 17. They're winning at under 20. They're winning at under 23. And they're winning at the national team level, both men and women. We must come together. We must be strategic. And it means bringing all forms of expertise of football, former footballers, former coaches, former referees, former administrators, people like the coach Mohamed Heri, coach Marshall Mulwa, and people like Herbert Mwachiro. We must bring them back into the fold of football so that we can have a Kanza 2020 umbe mpaka leo waendelea.
Shukran kabisa Mr. Herbert Mwachiro. I'm very sorry about that. And it has been a pleasure having you as part of our panelists in our show today. And we believe that upon being given the opportunity to be the president of FKF in Kenya, you are going to improve the state of the football, the state of the infrastructure, the pitches and the complex we are having across the country. You're going to improve the training of players and also the coach and referees across the country. What defines the future of football here in Kenya? That was our guest joining us live from Nairobi. And coming back to the studio, my guest here, Ben Tole, what do you have to say from what you've heard from Herbert Mwachiro?
He has very good plans for the country, because actually he has cut across all the things that are there. Mm-hmm. And if really he gets and implements what he has told us, mm-hmm. then football will change.
All right. Now,
football is headed in the right direction.
Thank you very much. Mr. Reverend, what do you have to say from what you've heard from Herbert Mwachiro?
Mine will be a parting shot.
Right.
That soccer is now a source of revenue. Mm-hmm. Players are quitting soccer at an early age because it is not proving to be a reliable source of livelihood. So, Bwana Mwachiro, make soccer a source of reliable livelihood.
Mm-hmm. Do you have to agree with issues to do with the infrastructure? We've seen Governor Granton Samboja joining other governors in at least trying to improve the state of football pitches and complex across the country.
I agree in totality, mm-hmm. but mine, I would emphasize that let us make these stadiums for the future also. Mm-hmm. Let it just not be for a certain period of time, mm-hmm. and then it is left hanging. Mm-hmm. Let us have resources being used mm-hmm. for the benefit also of the future generation.
What about you?
Continuity. Mm-hmm. Let's not. I mean, he has started constructing Bundani and Voi. Let's also see one in Motate, Taveta, and even going like in my initial statement I said, mm-hmm. if we can have more of those stadiums, mm-hmm. then the better for our football.